What's up guys, my name is Talhan, you're watching Gadget Sphere. So this is actually the best smartwatch money can buy. It has one of the most accurate heart rate sensors at the back, one of the most accurate SpO2 sensors at the back, and the best part is it is of fast track, like an Indian brand finally doing something great, and that's why I'm acknowledging it. Now let's just talk about the price of this watch up front, so that after after knowing the price you will not be shocked. And this watch cost only 1600 Indian rupees. Yes, you heard it right, only 1600 for this kind of watch. It is insanely good. Let me just talk about the build quality first, and then we can proceed towards the good part. So first of all, this watch is obviously not made out of metal. It has a metallic finish, of course. It does feel really sturdy. It isn't gonna break and snap in half. It has a nice metallic finish. It is out of plastic, and here we have a fast track logo. Here, as you guys can see, we have a fast track logo. And at the front I haven't applied any screen guard, and as you guys can see, the screen does have a very nice a very big scratch here, and that was because of my rigorous testing. I was testing this watch for about more than 1 week now, and I was wearing it everywhere I go. Even while sleeping, I was even doing sleep tracking and all the other stuff. So yeah, this held up really well, and I think even in the future you're not gonna be having any problems. And if you're really careful about the scratches, just buy a screen protector. It costs around 150 rupees, so that doesn't bother. Now let's just talk about one more thing which I really like about this watch, is actually the back here. Even though it's made out of plastic, but it has all the important sensors. So what actually the sensors are? These three sensors are for the heart rate. As you guys can see, these three dots, the bottom left and the up one, and the right one is for the SpO2. And believe me guys, these sensors are not those sensors which are fake. These are actually so accurate. Like, one YouTuber named Rohit Rajgupta has even compared this watch to polar bands are very popular in America, and they cost almost $100, like 7 to 8,000 Indian rupees. Plus the subscription of that service cost around like monthly $20, that is 1600. So for that 1 month subscription you can get this watch for a lifetime with that level of accuracy. That is just mind blowing. And we also have this magnetic charging pins here, and this watch is IP68, which is one very important thing you need to know, like in case you think it is waterproof or not. It is. And here, my friend, we have speakers. So this watch of course supports calling, which is like a very important feature in the Indian smartwatch market. That is, the watch should be able to receive and take calls. So this watch can do that. So it's amazing. Now let's just talk about what's inside the hood. So inside the hood we have a very nice display. Now this display isn't the best you can get. As you guys can see, you can see pixels. If I like bring this watch very close to my screen, you can definitely see a lot of pixels. But again, this is a very average LCD display. But the best part about this display is its brightness. So right now it is at its 0%, and if I increase the brightness to max, you guys can see like it's almost invisible even to my camera with my studio lights. So this watch does have that crazy level of brightness. So even if you wear this watch outdoors for running and doing other stuff, it is gonna be visible, which is awesome. Now the screen is obviously not 60 Hz, so you're not gonna get the smoothest display, but it does the job. For 1600 Indian rupees, you really can't complain about the screen. It does the job, and it's pretty well. And the best part is the heart rate. Let's just talk about the heart of this watch, which is actually the heart rate tracking. If you open this, it will say measurement failed, and that is because I'm not wearing the watch. So it even doesn't even recognize the sensor and just gives you a vibration and this message that measurement has failed. Now the same thing happens for, okay, you might be wondering why it has started calculating, because I have placed my finger on the sensor. That's why. It's not the fault of the watch. I'm gonna hold the watch like this so we have no contact with the surface. So yeah, as you guys can see, measurement failed 3-4 times. It doesn't work. Then if I open SpO2, you're gonna see the same story. Measurement failed 3-4 times, doesn't work. But now if I actually wear this watch, it is gonna measure perfectly fine. And the best part about this watch is the accuracy. Like I'm saying again and again, this is actually super duper accurate. Like I did not expected a watch of this price to be as accurate as a Polar S10 band, which is just really insane, and actually gives you the real correct reading of your heart rate, which fluctuates per second so you don't have to worry about the reading going up or down. And as I'm speaking, the reading will obviously be a little higher than usual, but it is what it is, and it is amazing. It is amazingly working. So you can just go back, and you can also test SpO2 the same way. So if I just tap on the SpO2 sensor, it's gonna take a bit more time, because obviously, as you know, SpO2 is a bit more complicated process, so it does take a bit more time. And this watch is not the fastest watch. If you are thinking of getting very quick readings, this is not the watch for you. But for the price it comes, again, the price is like the biggest factor of buying this watch. At the price at which this watch comes, it's so good value for money. Like, you will be just amazed by how good it is. And I'm not even sponsored by Fast Track or any other brand to tell these good things about this watch. It's just that it's an Indian brand which I really like to support, and they are doing a great job. So I think it is praiseworthy, and we should praise those who are doing good for our country. So as you guys can see, my SpO2 is 99, which is really good. It shouldn't be below that. So yeah, everything is working perfectly. Now let's just talk about the strap quality and the comfort. Now in terms of the strap quality, I find these straps not really comfortable. So it's actually because these straps are silicone, but they are not really comfortable for long uses. So if you are gonna wear this watch for like everywhere you go, like even while sleeping, if you're going to use this watch for sleep tracking, then I think you should probably switch straps, which will basically cost like 200 rupees. But yeah, these straps are not the most comfortable straps I have seen in a watch, and I must actually tell you. So that was about it. The display is awesome. The battery life is actually really good. And as I'm saying, the battery life is as good as it can get. This watch gives me more than 7 to 8 days of battery backup, which is insanely awesome, like amazing for a watch at this price point. So now let's just talk about one last thing. This also has passcode. Like many people are worried that passcode doesn't work in watches like these. So if you enter the wrong passcode any number of times, it is not gonna open. So that is one thing you need to know. It's not like those watches which has passcode, but any random combination you enter and it opens. It's not like that. It's really well thought of. So yeah, the last part is I'm just gonna show you calling feature as well. So it also supports calling. We have recent calls, dial pad, and contacts. And you might be thinking, what is this little switch doing here? And actually, this is a very clever move from Fast Track, which they have just nailed it. So what it does is, like when you are not using your calling function all the time, to save battery, this watch actually disconnects by that function. So it doesn't disconnect from your smartphone. So you will still be able to receive notifications, but you won't be able to receive calls unless and until someone calls you. So it is like an automatic switch, and when it is not connected, obviously it is off. So this saves your smartphone battery as well as the watch battery. So it's a very clever software feature of Fast Track. I think they have really thought really well about this watch. It's IP68, so you can even take it for swimming. Light showers and rains are not gonna do anything to this watch. Build quality is still a question mark because it's plastic, and the screen has a tiny mark of scratch. Let me just show you. Okay, as you guys can see, a screen does have a tiny scratch mark, but those are the things that just really doesn't matter. You can just put a screen guard if you buy this, and it will be fine. So that was my review about this watch. What do you think about this? Tell me in the comments below. That's pretty much it. Hope you like it. Make sure to smash the like button. Peace out.